Another big Baen Books response to my expose about Peter Thiel coming in and upending the publishing industry in science fiction and fantasy. You guys can go watch those videos. This one comes from Baen Books editor Jason Cordova, who several authors told me from the company is really primed to be in the spot to take over Baen Books once Tony Weiskopf, the publisher there, retires. Now, Jason has stated in this, along with a bunch of other things, that he has no interest in doing so, which is interesting. It then leads to further speculation of who would actually be that second in command at this point. And we'll get into what he said because there's a lot to cover here in just a moment, my friends, as we cover all things in science fiction and fantasy. Thank you, everybody, for being here and for the tremendous support as we're becoming really the biggest influencer in these spaces. And our mission here is really to support everybody who's a Christian and conservative, and that includes Jason Cordova. I actually really like his books. I think he's a tremendous writer, does a really good job. And I did find out that if he is undergoing cancer treatment, so we do want to, of course, support him as well in that. And there's a GoFundMe for him as well, so I'll put that in the description. But thank you for being here, guys, and thank you for watching the channel. I am a science fiction writer, as mentioned. This is my Arishon War trilogy. And I would love for you to grab this too. It's available on ebook, print, and audio. It's about a spy who embeds himself on an alien starship and ends up in the middle of a war, dealing with personal conflict as well as the greater one where humanity needs to survive. This is a big, big fun trilogy that builds into something awesome over the 3 books. So grab the whole thing. It is a wonderful payoff at the end of this. And I'm actually writing a new space exploration trilogy called Valiant Frontiers that's going to spin out of this. If you love the military sci-fi Baen books, if you love Lois McMaster Bujold, if you love the stuff in the 80s, Elizabeth Moon, if you love Richard Fox, Jay Allen, and current Amazon stuff, you're going to really enjoy my books. So check it out. It's in the description below. Thank you so much, guys, for the support and making us a perennial bestseller. It's really been awesome over the last year, just, having people who just care about science fiction, and that's what we're building here, my friends. So Jason Cordova posted to Facebook after our article regarding Peter Thiel. Like I said, I already made a video on that if you guys want to go check it out. It's a few days back. And it's also on the Fandom Pulse Substack under the books category, which you can see right here, how Donald Trump advisor Peter Thiel completely upended science fiction and fantasy publishing. And so we'll respond to Jason's post here, which is kind of interesting. He said, I typically don't respond to John Delarose attacks because, well, I have things to do. I'm not sure who's attacking Jason. I definitely have not. Like I said, I like Jason. I think he's a great conservative author. I definitely recommend his books. And so his Kin Wars series specifically is excellent. And so that's all I have to say. Just nice things about Jason. So I don't know where that came from. I never said anything negative about him, to my knowledge. Now, since he's lobbing my name out there, I groused last week about dealing with his drama is affecting my cancer treatments. I hope that wouldn't affect your cancer treatments, brother. He emailed me the next day about it. Yes, I said condolences, and I've kept you in prayer since then. I guess it's time to risk my job at Baen to clear the air to get a lot of facts straight. That's pretty wild. Now, if he is talking about me and talking about me risks your job at Baen, that's pretty crazy. The amount of influence I have in the publishing industry is apparently a lot larger than I thought. I knew I could move some books, but wow, I didn't know Baen was that angry at me on corporate, which is kind of crazy. Now, he gives some conflicting statements down below, because if it's risking his job at Baen to even just address my articles and actually just respond to me, it kind of goes against what he's saying below, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Guys, if you're going to grab screenshots of my posts here to pass along to others, at least be open about it and say it. I don't care if you're open about it, and he's trying to obviously out the Baen authors who talk to me. And that's the sad part here with this Whisper Network. It's a one-sided fight. I love Baen Books. I love a lot of authors. There's 10-plus authors at Baen Books who talk to me regularly, are really good friends. I support their books and absolutely love them. Like I said, I support all good conservatives in the media, and definitely want to lift everybody up here. That's part of what we do with our channel. So trying to root those people out and trying to get to hurt them, I guess would be the intention. But I hope that doesn't happen here. For starters, I don't speak for Baen Books or Tony at all. That's good. This is me and only me. I'm probably going to get chewed out for this, but not fired. Hopefully. Been chewed out before. Probably will be chewed out again. And I'm wondering why topics of me ends up getting him chewed out at this deal. In his articles, Delarose implied there is a culture war between Peter Thiel and Baen Books. No, I didn't. So that's That's a false statement right here. Now, there is an interesting thing going on between Peter Thiel and Baen Books. Peter Thiel apparently attempted to buy Baen Books, according to my sources, and Baen Books declined him, right? After that, Peter Thiel started Arc Press, and as a result, actually poached a bunch of Baen Books' talent. Now, on a business level, those people are now at a new press that's competing with Baen Books. That has big implications for Baen Books, and there is, something of a competitive rivalry going on. I didn't say any of these people have any kind of like animus towards each other or anything like that. Obviously, like that's not the case here. And to my knowledge, I mean, both of these presses, Baen Book, I know, and the Baen Books fans are going to say they're apolitical, but for the most part, Baen Books is known as the more conservative publisher in traditional publishing. And Arc Press has Larry Correia and Travis Corcoran, who are conservative authors in there. DJ Butler is a Christian guy I know who's running it, and so it's like, okay, they're kind of on the conservative side too. So it wouldn't be a culture war. They are definitely on the same side of the culture war, if anything. And that's exactly why I'm promoting authors from both companies. I have no idea where this came from. Well, I can tell you where it came from. It came from people like you saying it, and it came from other Baen Books authors posting it to their social media that this was happening. And so you guys are the ones who stated that, which implies like, you guys kind of know that there's something amiss, and you're not happy about what Arc Book Press is doing, obviously. I didn't even know who Peter Thiel was before the article was published. Well, that's kind of on you. The accusation that Arc was formed as a response of a failed... Again, this isn't an accusation, but it looks like, because, he went to try to get Baen. He does have another publisher called Passage Press that he wants to enter into the cultural space and actually create something that's different than the woke stuff going on at Tor Books and the like that is destroying science fiction and fantasy publishing. And so he is doing something different. It is an aspect of the culture war because Thiel is a Donald Trump advisor, right? And that's what's going on here. There's no accusation, but he did, in order, try to buy Baen, failed to buy Baen, picked up Baen's authors, and started publishing. And they've started poaching authors. Is interesting. It is interesting. And it's not an accusation. It's what happened. But only could have come from the mind of a person who thinks publishing is nothing but destroying everyone else who might be a competitor. Well, he did take your talent, so it does actually diminish Baen. That is accurate. I was told back when I was first hired that people make offers to buy Baen all the time. That's interesting right there, too. If Arc thing is true and they created solely because we refused their purchase, then Baen must have spawned a hell of a lot of publishing companies out of pure spite. Again, the spite thing is Jason's editorial. I've not said anything about spite or anything like that. It seems like the billionaire just had a mission that he wanted to do in publishing, and if Baen wasn't going to do it, he was just going to do it himself. That doesn't seem to have to do anything with spite. His attacks on Larry Correia and Sarah Hoyt are both annoying and false. I don't know where this is coming from as well. Larry Correia has said nasty things about me. He actually called me demonic in response to my article, which he claimed that my sources, and I'll show the screenshot here real quick. The sources on this were demons he's possessed by. Very sad. I mean, this is a Christian channel, and Larry should know better than to act like this. But I've never said anything negative about Larry. I think Larry's a great author. I love his fantasy series, again, which starts with Son of a Black Sword. High recommendation from me. And Larry is a conservative Christian author, so I support his work. Sarah Hoyt are both annoying and false. First off, him stating Sarah is not an American in his most recent article is false. Sarah is a Portuguese national who gained American citizenship, but she is not an American. That is true. I was correct. And again, that's not an attack or anything like that. It's just a fact. She might not have been born here. Oops. She legally immigrated, so she's not an American, Jason. She worked to earn her citizenship. That's true. Still isn't an American. That makes her an American. I'll take exception to that. Very weird. But hey, Donald Trump is dealing with this kind of stuff now, and we'll have clarity on that in the future. So, as for Larry, I've known John to be antagonistic for Larry for years. This is also false. I am a big fan of Larry Correia, always friendly with Larry Correia. Larry attacked me out of nowhere in 2019. I made a meme making fun of the World Science Fiction Convention, the Hugo Awards, and because Larry wanted to distance himself from the Sad Puppies controversy and the culture war stuff, I guess, at the time, he didn't like that meme and then proceeded to really cancel me hard. It actually, I lost a lot of followers at that point. And he's done so since then. Last year, when he was coming out with a new book, he went on live streams just rambling about me out of nowhere. And I only think of Larry in the context of a journalist here doing things. And like I said, I support his books. I support what he's doing. I hope he crushes it with Arc Press. I hope his Baen books crush it. And that's all I think about for Larry. So Total falseness that's happening there. The rift which occurred between John and myself happened because he attacked Larry. That's, again, Larry attacked me, and I don't want any beef with Larry. I wish him the best. Same with Jason. And so when I asked Jason, hey, why would you do this? There's no, let's just be friendly. He blocked me as a result, which is sad, and used the Baen Books account to block me as well, which is very unprofessional. I will comment on that. But as I've been telling Larry for 15 years, blah, 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 Larry has always known this, not like it's news. You never want to have all your eggs in one basket. I've been published with 12 different publishers. Not sure what this has to do with anything. But okay. Now, the irritating thing about this is John brought me up in his article posted over the weekend. I usually don't check my work email because I need a day off every once in a while. John tried to play coy, asking what Peter Thiel and his investment group had to do with my response to his article. Jason started going off on his cancer treatments and saying that he is mad at me, quote, attacking him or something. And again, not attacking him. I recommend his books, and we want to support his GoFundMe, which will be in the description below. We totally support all conservative authors here. This is a one-sided thing. It doesn't have anything to do with it. And again, what does this big rant by him have to do with my article and what I actually said? Absolutely nothing. And that's what's kind of weird about this situation. These guys in Baen Corporate are extremely mad that I uncovered this information about Thiel investing in Arc Press, getting this Baen talent hired from them. I did a lot of work in that, and of course talked to a lot of sources to double and triple check things just to make sure I wasn't saying anything wrong. And none of them are addressing any of that at all. They're just going off on me, which is telling me gosh, I uncovered something really big as a journalist, obviously. And I want to know more about what's happening with Baen as a result, because obviously they got to hire new people, new editors, get new talent. And I want to promote those people if they're on the side of right. So he claimed I spoke with a guy named Sean Korsgaard, and he said the original article stated that Sean was reluctant to talk to John. I stated that Sean would not talk to me in the original article. The latest one he stated Sean refused to comment. That's what I stated twice. So very weird. Some wires might have been crossed there. No, that's not my source, by the way. He knows that I'm the one running Baen's social media accounts. I knew that Jason was running the social media accounts because Jason blocked me on his main account and blocked me on the Baen corporate account right at the same time. It was clearly a personal animus situation, which is silly because, again, I'm here to help promote a lot of those authors. So if you have me blocked and you're not putting me on press release stuff, I'm unable to do so, which is not a useful thing for you guys. Of course, I can help with the social media stuff. I'm pretty good at it. I'll also address the whole standing order about authors not talking to Phantom Pulse. So, by the way, I've never said authors are not allowed to talk to Phantom Pulse, and this is where the wires are getting crossed, as much as he's claiming it's about me. Baen employees are not allowed to talk to me, and that seems to be the case here. We have no standing order from Tony regarding any science fiction or fantasy magazine, e-zine, prohibiting authors from speaking with anyone. Well, that's a good thing. But a lot of authors are afraid, Jason, to actually speak publicly and say that they have to be very quiet because they know, like you said up above, you're risking getting fired for even addressing me, etc., and that you get chewed out over it. They don't want to get chewed out or risk losing their contracts with you guys just because they're friendly with me. And it's sad that it's like this. It really is. If authors want to talk to any magazine, part of my job is to make the connection happen. Well, that's great. So since you're going to do your job here, Jason, what I'd love is you've got some new stuff coming out. Stephen Lawson just had stuff. I'd love to interview that guy. Timothy Zahn just came out with a new book, or is coming out with a new book. I'd love to interview him. Please connect him with me, Phantom Pulse, and my YouTube channel here. And I'd love for that. We'd love that over here, and some great authors that we really want to promote. I'm glad you're going to be doing that. So he says, John was blocked from Baen's Twitter X account by me, not by Tony. So he admits that it was a personal animus decision. Sad. After I'd unblocked it because the last person running the account had blocked him. Who was that? I would like to know that. Please let me know. And had done that because the person before. So I wasn't blocked to my knowledge until Jason blocked me. So I don't know where that all came from. We've bounced back and forth between blocked and unblocked with John over the years because he does what's called engagement farming. It's a simple trick applying the @ towards someone. So apparently Jason doesn't know how this works. Like if I @ somebody, the Twitter algorithm actually decreases my reach on things. And so that doesn't help there. John tagged Baen regularly to engagement for him, and while we had him muted so he couldn't see, it was still showing up those who followed us. Yeah, he doesn't understand how X works. This used to be the case, but the rules have changed. So instead of allowing him to continue using Baen to farm himself more clicks, I chose to block him. Very interesting. And I'll state something here. Like, I cover the book end of science fiction fantasy because I love it and I care. And I want it to be a healthy thing again. And, of course, it's for my own books and the like as well. But this is a really niche topic. Like, I was watching Clownfish TV made a post because he sees my feed. And he said, "What is Baen Books?" And and I was like, wow, that's the most painful thing. If Clownfish doesn't know who you are, you're not culturally relevant. So I cover this out of absolute love for genre. Not if I want to cover something for clicks, I'll cover the latest Star Wars or the latest Assassin's Creed video game or something. This is not it. It's just for fun. And so sorry, Jason. I wish you were that important. But I endeavor to make you that important. Let's just say by helping you and your authors. The next bit is what pissed me off. And now the authors of history are never stating that I am the one taking over from Tony Weisskopf. I hate to break it to you, Jason, but several authors have said that you are one of the people who are in line for that. I would refuse the job of author because I never wanted to be an editor in the first place. I only accepted the job of associate editor because Tony got tired of introducing me as office war monkey to everyone at conventions. So I guess he's not even really editing that much, but is doing office work again, which is synonymous with operations, which is why these authors would probably think that he might be the next one in line. That makes a lot of sense. People may think this is a case. So what's interesting, you can see the contradictions in this rant here. No authors ever are stating people may think this is the case. Well, I mean, obviously the authors are stating this to me, Jason, so I don't know. Don't get mad. There's no reason to get mad. I'm trying to help, guys. We learned that 30 years of Tony having the same email address has gotten crowded. Tony doesn't like deleting emails. Her spam filter works hard. Sometimes she misses emails. Authors are now CCing me because Tony has been employed by Baen. So again, he's viewed as the second in command there, which is good. I mean, obviously he does a good job for her. So I don't see how this means I'm taking over. Well, I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen when she retires, but you are one of the people see as somebody who would do that. I will say this, though, John. Thank you for wishing me good health. You're welcome. The road to recovery is slow but ongoing, and Baen's support and needing days off from work to recover from infusions and doctor's appointments has confirmed this is still the best place I've ever worked, hands down. So that's a lot of stuff for me just saying, I'm praying for you and I wish you good health, and for saying I like your books. So I guess the conclusion here is, don't say I'm attacking just to signal your audience or whatever, because I'm not. I definitely want to help Baen Books. I want to help all conservative and Christian authors, including you, Jason, including Larry Correia. And I know that drives you crazy, and you would wish that I was not in this influential spot in science fiction at this point, but I am. And we're just growing. Things are going awesome. And it's been a lot of fun. So what I recommend is to stop this one-sided war. It's not helping you guys. It's making you look very unprofessional. When people see that you've got your corporate account blocking one of the biggest influencers in science fiction and fantasy, it's a bad look for you guys. And I would love to, of course, help you out with your new authors and things like that, and have you do your job, like you said, set up interviews and the like, because that's what I'm here for. That'd be a lot of fun. So let's build fun together. Let's build science fiction and fantasy together. Let's help all the conservative and Christian authors out there together build in 2025. This is the very beginning. Arc Press is a really interesting thing that I'm excited about, and I hope they crush it. I hope Baen, recovers from losing the talent and that they find some good talent to replace them, because I think that's crucial for them to do. Everybody has a lot of room here because, the real enemy is not me, Jason. It's Tor Books. It's John Scalzi. It's the weirdos in SIFWA who want us all dead. They really do. They're probably out there cheering for your health crisis and things like that right now, because they don't like you and they don't like me, and they just and they hate Baen Books. They really do. And it's really sad to see those people out there being in charge of publishing. But I think things are changing because of the Donald Trump victory. I think we have an opportunity to really make a difference this year, and we could do so together, and it'll be an awesome time. All right. Thank you for watching, everybody. Very interesting response right here. Very clear that I really hit the nail on the head for what's happening here with regards to Arc Press and Baen Books, and that it's a really big deal to these guys. we will continue to cover it and will not be bullied or anything out that. I'm not even scared of anybody saying nasty things about me. It just rides right off my back. And we'll continue to do our job promoting the new culture in science fiction. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this, guys. Make sure to go to Jason's GoFundMe. I've got it in my article right here. And here it is on just popping it up for you guys. I backed this and supported it myself. And as you can see right here. So we do want him to do well. Look at this. I did this, and he got a couple more just probably because of my article. I'm sure Brad Torgerson was reading my article. Jason Wells, another great guy in the scene, and an anonymous donation. So it looks like we're doing the Lord's work here and helping things. Great stuff. Thank you for being here. Hit the like and subscribe button, and grab that link, like I said, and make sure to check out some great books. If you got some Audible credits, love for you to check out my trilogy, The Orician War, and we're going to be moving along with some awesome science fiction this year. It's going to be a lot of fun, guys. We'll be back soon.